Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Western Racing, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Matchbox Construction 5-pack from 2023. Alrighty, everybody. Hope you all are having a good day today. I know I am. Sorry this video is a bit late. I know I've like 3 weeks in a row now I've gotten videos out late to you guys, and I apologize for that, but it's just how it is. Been working a lot recently. Nice thing is though, is that should lighten up as we get into September and whatnot, so I am planning on bulk recording today so that way we can avoid any future problems for the rest of the month, and then we'll just have problems next month. So yeah, anyway, today's 5-pack that we're going to be looking at here is the Matchbox Construction 5-pack 2023. This is a actually really cool 5-pack. It features, I always love when like Matchbox or Hot Wheels does a 5-pack where all of the vehicles kind of have the same paint scheme. I've always thought that that was a cool thing. And that is exactly what this 5-pack is. They're all construction vehicles, all of which feature the same paint job. And we're going to take a look at all of them here today. That is the first time I have opened up a 5-pack package in this entire existence of this YouTube channel, and I did not screw it up. Can we get a round of applause for me in the comments? Like, good Lord, that's a monumentous occasion. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today. I don't lie, these vehicles are actually pretty cool. Anyway, we're gonna go top to bottom like we always do here with the 5-pack videos, and just see what there is in here. So the first one we're going to be looking at here is the Matchbox backhoe. Here's what it looks like. One of my favorite castings by Matchbox, or sorry, one of my favorite types of castings that Matchbox does is the construction vehicles, just because they usually turn out so good. The only thing that would make this thing better is if it had some sort of joint, like maybe right here, so this did move back and forth, but that's whatever. I don't really care too much about that, because to make up for it, the bucket on this thing does move up and down, so that is cool. I do like that little detail. We've got a yellow body with a gray base, black tires, and yellow rims. So that's pretty cool. And just looking at the details on the side here, it's got a Matchbox sticker, backhoe, Matchbox Construction Unit 5, and I'm pretty sure it says that on the other side. Yep, it says that on the other side as well, right there. Really, the detail to this one really comes in with the casting itself. Connected to the base is the back bucket, what makes it a backhoe in general, and rather than a front loader. Got that whole arm there with the bucket, and then of course you got the bucket on the front here with this cool little hydraulic piece as well. And you can see the outriggers on the back as well, which look really good. So not a bad vehicle to start with here, the backhoe. It really is a kind of a, I don't really think that the kind of like, how would I put this? I really don't think that the Matchbox custom concept of a backhoe is very cool looking. However, I do think it was executed well, if you know what I mean. Anyway, here's the turntable. Or actually, hold on. Before I get too far ahead of myself, here's the bottom. Matchbox backhoe. All right, here's the turntable. Next up is the Matchbox turf hauler. Fun fact, this is one of the original Matchbox castings. Like, I'm pretty sure this casting for Matchbox has been around since the very inception of the company. Like, this one's pretty old. However, this is the turf hauler. Really isn't a whole lot of detail on here. I am holding it backwards, but if you look at the side here, the turf hauler does say Matchbox Construction turf hauler, and then if you look at the front, it does say Unit 4. So again, like I said, apparently they all have the names written on them, which I really like that. That's a cool detail. And yes, as you would imagine, it is a dump truck, so it does have a working bed on it, which looks really cool. I love the way that looks. Got a yellow body, a gray chassis, black tires, and yellow rims. I'm pretty sure that's going to be consistent throughout this whole thing. No window inserts on this one. But yeah, you can pretty much make out all the detail of the mining dump truck here, the very large dump truck right there, which looks really cool. And then, of course, you've got the dumper bed as well. There's a little hole in the dumper bed there, so that way that peg can slip right in, which is pretty cool. That allows it to where the bed doesn't slide around, which is really nice. But yeah, just a cool little, just big old dump truck essentially. Here's the bottom. All that detail there. I don't know what that elephant, I've seen that elephant before and I have no clue what it's all about, why that elephant is there. I always thought that was interesting. But yeah, so this is the turf hauler. The funny thing is, and I'm going to go get it to show you guys. This is something that I just actually realized here. The turf hauler actually features the same casting as water worker. It is the exact same casting, except just with a different back end. Or with like a different bed, right? But other than that, it is pretty much the exact same casting through and through. Kind of makes me upset that this one doesn't move, but you know what? That's whatever. It doesn't look like it can move either. I tried it before and I haven't succeeded, so I'm gonna assume it's not meant to move, but yeah. That right there is the Matchbox turf hauler. Let's get to the turntable. Okay, now we're on to an interesting one here. This is actually a remake of a different casting. This is the Road Roller. Matchbox has had a Road Roller for quite some time, and then recently, I think it was recently, they changed over to this casting, which I'm not really a fan of this one over the old one, but it's still really cool. But yeah, so essentially what it is it's basically just a Road Roller, which is pretty neat. It's kind of a neat look. The way that they executed this looks really cool, and the front end is what gets me about this thing. It literally looks... The front end makes it look like it's some sort of big beefy vehicle, and then you like see the rest of it and you're like, oh, never mind, it's a steamroller, or a road roller rather. Road rollers and steamrollers are not the same thing. So you got Matchbox up there, Matchbox Construction, Unit 3 Caution, and then Road Roller on the side with all them black decals as well. You've got that yellow body, the gray underbelly, black tires with yellow rims, no window inserts, and then of course you've got the gray plastic insert for the Road Roller wheel up here, which looks really good. And then just looking at all the other detail that's on here, you got the little step ladders on the side. The back end has got this cool little bolt pattern on it, which looks really neat. You got the single seat cab with the steering wheel there, so you can drive this thing around. I would imagine this thing steering wise probably it's rear steer, because I wouldn't think like this whole thing up here swivels. I wouldn't think that's what that does. I mean, it might, I don't know for a fact. It'd be hard to tell, but yeah. And then here is the undercarriage. Show you what that chassis says. But yeah, that is the Road Roller, the third vehicle of the 5-pack. Let's get to the turntable and see what this thing looks like on the turntable, I guess. Next up, we have the Chevy Silverado 1500. The only name brand vehicle in this entire thing, which is, sorry, not name brand. The only like sponsored vehicle in this entire thing. All the rest of them are all name brand, I guess, which is pretty neat. But yeah, so this is the Chevy Silverado 1500. Yeah. So again, we've got the classic yellow body. We've actually got a dark gray chassis this time. Black tires, yellow rims, and smoked window inserts, which look really cool. Matchbox Construction on the side, Unit 2, Matchbox Silverado there. And then, of course, it's actually got this really design that we haven't seen in the 5-pack yet with these gray stripes that actually cut through the black line here, which looks really cool. Flip over to the other side. Pretty much same thing, nothing too crazy. And then here is the front end. Got the Chevy bow tie there with the license plate bumper setup and all that. Back end is exactly as you would imagine with the bow tie and the tailgate. Tail lights are in it. None of that is printed on, which kind of makes me upset because I feel like with these vehicles, they should have maybe done a back end on them just because they lack detail on the sides, but that's whatever. And of course, you got the spot for the license plate there and there. Here's the bottom, which is upside down. There's the bottom. And yeah, that is the Chevy Silverado 1500. Let's get to the turntable. Alrighty, and the last vehicle that we're going to look at in today's video is the Matchbox Road Scraper. I was so fascinated with these things growing up. I thought they were just the coolest thing. And they always blew my mind because it didn't make any sense to me how these things functioned, how you had the tiny cab up here with the giant thing back here, and then they all stayed connected and moved in unison somehow. It did not make any sense to me. I just did not understand it. But yeah, so we've got a black plastic body up front. So really, it almost seems like the way that they made this was they had this as the body, and this is almost like an attachment, which is cool. I like that. But yeah, the front end here is black, and it is all plastic. This is all plastic up here. And the back end of it is a orange color. It is not yellow. This is orange. So we got an orange body, orange undercarriage on this one, black undercarriage on this side. We got black tires with orange rims on both the front and the back, and there are no window inserts. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so basically this is a road scraper. How these things function is they basically go across roads and whatnot, and they scoop up dirt into here, and then they can also, this little thing back here, this little blade, well, I can actually push forward and dispense the dirt back out. So it's for leveling roads essentially. Basically it does what a road roller does, except it's a lot more, it can cover larger areas and take on bigger bumps and stuff. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so also, like I said, or like I didn't say, the moving part function for this one is that this thing does actually pivot, which is really cool. And it's actually really interesting to me because they've got that casting there. So what I find interesting is that we got that scale, like a 1/64 scale road scraper. That's not even really 1/64 scale at that point. That thing is really small, honestly. But yeah, well, maybe not. I don't know. That thing's really small. It seems really small, but it might be a 1/70th scale. This vehicle right here might be 1/70th scale, because this one is more along the lines of the 1/64 scale. It's a lot bigger. Again, this is a Matchbox vehicle, and you can actually see this one's actually got the moving blade on it right here, which is pretty cool. So you can see how that functions. And then of course it's got the swivel, as you would imagine. But yeah, this is what the 1/64 scale road scraper looks like, I think. And it's much bigger. Like if we compare sizes here, it's much bigger. Like I said, there's no way that this can be classified as 1/64 scale. It's just too small. This is more along the lines of what you would see for 1/64 scale. And yeah, as crazy as it seems, that is probably accurate. Like it is, the road scrapers in real life are ginormous. They're huge. But yeah, let me get this off the screen and then we'll close out the video here. With this road scraper, you guys need to see the bottom. And there it is. So yeah, there you go. That's the road scraper. Let's do the turntable and close out the video. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's all 5 of them put together for the 5-pack. We got the backhoe, the turf hauler, the road roller, Chevy Silverado, and of course the road scraper. And as I said, it really seems to me like none of these are on the scales that they should be. They seemed really sized down. For example, I feel like the road scraper and the turf hauler, there's no way that those two are 1/64 scale. They're just too compact, it seems. So I'm pretty sure those might be 1/70th scale. Maybe, I don't know. The other 3 for sure are definitely 1/64 scale. That definitely fits, but I don't know. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next unboxing video, which is Hot Wheels Monster Trucks. Peace out.